You hear a low rumbling stomp echo through the forest. In the puddles on the ground, you see ripples as the footsteps of some unseen giant threat approaches. Are you just doing Jurassic Park? What? No, shut up. It's a giant. Hey, it's Tim here, your average dungeon master and your amateur bar master. I'm joining in the trend. I'm making a green cocktail for St. Patrick's Day. I'm making an original cocktail that I call the Forest Guardian. I'm not gonna lie, I based it off this cool mini I painted that looks like he belongs in the forest. It's this giant with these elk antlers on his head. I thought he looked really awesome as like this guardian of nature, so I'm gonna base this cocktail off of him. So yeah, I'm making a green cocktail, but I also wanted it to give it a little bit of authenticity towards Irish culture. I don't just want to make another vodka-tini with green food coloring, so I'm making something that's inspired by Celtic heritage. So I've got some mead, which is honey wine. I've got some caraway infused simple syrup. So my Forest Guardian, I'm going to start it off with Irish whiskey. I've got Tullamore Dew here, so I've got my Tullamore Dew. I'm going to use 1.5 ounces of my Irish whiskey. This Tullamore Dew is a nice Irish whiskey. If you want a good review of it, go look at the Whiskey Nerds channel. He does in-depth reviews of whiskey. So I've got 1.5 ounces of that. Now I'm going to go to my syrup. So I've got my caraway infused simple syrup here, and I also dyed it green because nothing else in this cocktail is green, and I needed to make it green. Caraway is one spice that was particularly prevalent as I was researching Celtic heritage. A lot of spices, herbs and spices specifically, it seems like Celtic history inspired druidic traditions very heavily. So there's a lot of herbs and spices. Caraway being one that's pretty prevalent in things like Irish soda bread. So I'm infusing my simple syrup with caraway. I'm going to use 1 ounce of this caraway syrup. Now I'm adding 1 ounce of honey wine or mead. Honey definitely comes up a lot in Irish history and Irish food culture and anthropology. So honey wine mead, also something that was made a lot in Irish history. So I'm going to add that into my drink. Mead goes really well with Irish whiskey and a lot of different things. I tried it in a toddy, which was really good. I tried it in a whiskey sour, really good, which is kind of what this is. It's a caraway whiskey sour. So experiment with mead in your cocktails more, I think. Now to balance all that out, I'm going to add 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. Actually, I'm maybe go a little heavy on this, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. So I'm adding an egg white to this to give it some body and texture. I'm going to start experimenting with aquafaba in some drinks to do the same instead of using an egg white. But I think it's a specific flavor that would only go well with certain drinks. So I'm going to be experimenting with that to see what I can put it in that goes well. So those are all my ingredients for the shake. I've got ice already in the tin. Add it to my liquid, lock it down real good, and give it a hard shake. And I'm going to strain the ice out. So just take my tin, put it back down, strain the drink from the ice, and then dump off the ice. Lock it back down. Real good. Shake it. Okay, let that drain for a second. Pull my chilled glass out and add my Forest Guardian. So to garnish, I've got Peychaud's bitters. So I'm going to put a handful of drops around the edge of my egg white foam, and then take my cocktail pick and just sort of swiftly drag through them. They sort of look like leaves or hearts, I guess. I think they look like cool leaves for my Forest Guardian here, protecting the druidic forest. Cheers.